I do, Your Honor.
What is your position again?
OIC Assistant Commissioner for the Collection Service.
Collection Service. And you're based in Manila.
Sorry, sir?
You're based in Manila, sir.
I'm based in the National Office of the
and you monitor. Please sit down. And you thank you. And you monitor all these things that have been going on here.
As far as issuance of importer's clearance certificate, that is the work of one of my divisions, sir.
But you're made aware of it, I'm sure.
Sure, sir?
You are made aware of it, or at least you monitor it.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Go ahead. Did you find anything inconsistent?
Under Section 12A of the National Internal Revenue Code, the Bureau of Customs is deputized as collection agent of the Bureau of Internal Revenue for the collection of internal revenue taxes. In other words, Your Honor, the Bureau of Customs is given all the leeway to collect the taxes as having fallen under their jurisdiction, and the BIR had nothing to do with it because the collection that are supposed to be collected by them are part of the collection goal that are assigned to them by the BCC.
We have been made aware of that by your commissioner very ably. My question is simple. Did you find, in your review of the performance of the BIR or the customs, that there is something discordant about it? Your Honor, I'm not. Well, let me be precise then. I think you're going to say, I'm not trying to cut you off, but I don't think you're getting the drift of my question. For an example, you're supposed to review somebody who's going to apply for a clearance to import, right? Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Especially those that get into the green lane.
I'm not aware of it, Your Honor.
Or the red lane.
I'm not aware
Or
of
the
it.
yellow lane. What are you aware of then? What are you only assigned to check?
Our tax clearance section, Your Honor, is only only receives application for tax clearance. Or
did you give up their tax clearance therefore to Ms. Tata?
So that no, Your Honor, I'm not aware of that.
Are you familiar with Ms. Tata?
I'm not, Your Honor.
Ms. Tata is a sole proprietor, and she was able to get clearance from customs to import a lot of stuff, a lot of containers, and including the drugs that were brought in.
So as I learned, Your Honor, from one of our people, Ms. Tata was able to secure a clearance.
And who was that who issued the clearance?
It's the Office of the Accounts Receivable Monitoring Division, or ARMD.
Mr. Commissioner, I don't think I'm going to be able to get much from your witness here. I just want to know, if your office here, one of your offices are assigned, nasiya sa atin kung ito mga mag-i-import ay may kakayahan at nagbabayad ng sapat na bisyan para mapayagan, makapag-import. Eh dapat alam nila na ito si Ms. Tatad ay nagre-review for school teacher. At siya ay single proprietorship na pumasok siya sa green lane na hindi sa isang korporasyon na yung pinasukan niya ay dapat may inspeksyon kung talagang tutusin dahil galing ang goods sa China at napakarami niyang ini-import. Tama po ba yung sinasabi ko?
Well, yeah.
As I mentioned earlier, Your Honor, after we got the names of those involved in this particular importation, I asked the Regional Director of Manila to immediately look into the records. With your permission, we can allow him to
Sino po
stay.
yan?
Mr. Gubalya, Your Honor.
Mr. I'm sorry, this has been a tough morning.
Your Honor, I am Director Gubalya of Manila. Your statement just earlier regarding Ms. Tatad of EMT Trading, my answer to that is she was able to get an import clearance in the BIR, and the one who issued the clearance is from our main office. right now in Manila, wherein I have jurisdiction over the Port of Manila, when this hearing came about, I proactively get all the names. Actually, all the players here, I have already some data against them. So I'm very aware that Miss Tatad is just a school teacher. She was able to get a...
No, she's not just a school teacher. She is a school teacher.
Sorry for the just... she's a school teacher. And then...
Just got her license.
License last year, 2016. And then her first import, according to our data, which we got from the Bureau of Customs, it arrived April 2017. She imported general merchandise, assorted textiles and everything.
In the amount of?
195 million.
195 million. And did that send off bells and whistles? Di ba nakakagulat yun? Sabi mo nga, school teacher siya.
Pero sir,
single proprietorship, 195 million ang ini-import niya.
Your Honor, we just came to know about this sa Bureau of Customs lang din namin kinuha yung data. Kasi ang nasa data po lang namin is siya ay na-issuehan lang ng import, to import.
Hindi ba chinek-check yan, Mr. Gambala? Paano siya mapupunta sa Green Lane kung gano'ng kalaki ang ini-import niya? 195 million, una pa lang yun. First importation, 195 million. Do you have an answer, sir? Captain?
Yeah, it should have been monitored, sir.
It should not have been allowed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is that your answer?
I said, as far as if you will evaluate her standing, sir, if she had been evaluated properly, sir, she should not. It should have been raised a red flag already, sir.
She should not have been allowed.
Yes, sir.
Certainly not in the green lane.
Yes, sir.
Certainly not in the yellow lane.
Yes, sir.
And maybe not in the red lane.
In the first place, sir, should not have been allowed to import, sir.
She should not have been allowed to import
because of her standing, sir. As she has no capability, sir, to import big shipments, sir.
Right. And did she import other things, sir? Mr. Gabaya?
Sir, yun lang po ang records na we have. That is for the month of May.
April yun, April.
April. Then, we heard from this committee na May and June dumating na yung...
So, pakitignan nyo nga lang lahat.
Yes, Your Honor.
At bigyan nyo kami kung pwede this afternoon. Tatapusin ko, tapos na yung report ko eh.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ito sila, si TJ Hooker. I mean, TJ, sorry, that was one of my movies when I was a kid. TJ Marceliano. Ano nalaman niyo sa kanya?
Sir, are you asking about TJ?
Yes. The only one.
He is a professional customs broker as the BIR records is concerned. He is registered in BIR Intramuros, Ermita. And then, as custom brokerage, he applied for accreditation as broker on December 22, 2014 under BIR BCC number 20-14-12-0050, which is valid until December 22 of this year, 2017. As per our records, he has a motorcycle, 3 motorcycles, and then he was the broker of the EMT trading as per as our records is concerned.
And were you aware of EMT trading?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you tell me what you are aware of about EMT trading?
EMT trading is the trading company of Miss Tatad.
And what do you know about the financial capability of EMT trading? Sa mga nanonood po, mahirap talaga ito, tanong ko na ito dahil kailangan palabasin mo kung anong kakayanin.
As I have said earlier, Your Honor, Ms. Tatad is
Walang capability.
a teacher by profession.
So dapat yun, kung tinitingnan nyo ngayon, hindi kayo maniniwala na mag-i-import siya, dapat mag-suspect siya kayo na ginagamit lamang siya. Tama ba yan?
Alam po namin yan, na ginamit lamang siya.
Ginamit lamang siya. Sino ang gumamit sa kanya sa pagkalap ninyo?
Yun po ang hindi po namin alam because
Parang ginamit ka mo eh.
we are just, per our records, yun po ang EMT trading ang nagparating sa customs, nagparating nito.
So alam natin, ang tawag sa kanya really is parang disposable. Ginagamit lang siya.
Parang for hire ho siya.
Ano ang may sasuggest nyo therefore ngayon sa Bureau of Customs o sa amin, mga mambabatas, na para mapigilan yung mga ganyang patakaran, para hindi makalusot sa amin yung mga, sa customs yung mga gagamitin para makapagpalusot?
Your Honor, even before, we are always asking the Bureau of Customs na magkaroon po kami ng exchange of information to give us all these importation so that we can check on our records kung saan po dinadala ng mga nag-i-import itong mga goods na to.
Kaya nga po, nag-issue po ng LOA si Ginoong Perdon. Binigay kay Estrella. Yung LOA po, para makita kung ano ang assessment, kung tama. Letter of, assessment ba yan? Letter of authority. To determine whether the goods are still there, whether they find the right taxes. Is that it? Correct? Yun.
Your Honor, what I'm trying to say is, hindi po namin, we cannot get any information from the Bureau of Customs. So
No, pero tinatanong ko po, kung gano'n meron kayo nakitang gano'n at naglalabas siya ng gano'n, hindi po ba dapat inspeksyon na rin ng BIR kung may kapasidad magbayad ng buwis sa dami ng nilabas yan? Dapat kagad inimbestigan nyo na, saan mo kinuha yung pera mo para mag-import ka ng ganyan?
yes, Your Honor, we are gathering data or the evidence against, like the case of Ms. Tatad. We are now forming, collating all these data.
Kay Mr. Taguba,
Meron na rin po kay Mr.
meron kayo ginagawa?
Yes.
I will not go into that anymore because kailangan we will just expect what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes,
It's
sir.
correct.
Yes, Mr.
Dahil
Chair.
ang daming in-import.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Isang tanong na lang. Narinig nyo yung tara dito, di ba?
Yes, dito sa committee, yes.
You're familiar with it?
Yes, Your
I will
Honor.
ask the Commissioner, you're familiar with it?
Only during the hearings, Your Honor.
You never heard of tara before? The Friday...
Frankly, no, Your Honor.
Alright. Having said that, umaabot, according to Mr. Taguba, ng 27 million ang binibigay niya tuwing Biyernes. Tama ba yan? No. Million.
Nandito si Mr. Taguba, Mr. Chairman. Do you confirm 27 million yung payout? Yung payoff mo?
I'm sorry, 270 million times 10,000 containers. I'm sorry. Ayan o. At yung tara mo umaabot ng 27,000 ba yan? 27,200 per container. And because you have let's say 100 containers, malaki na yan. Maraming perang magpapalit-palit, di ba? Maglalabas sa bangko. Babayaran mo, tuwi-tuwi na yan. Kung 1 million containers yan, abuti ng 27.2 billion. Can you see it, sir? Mr. Commissioner? So, hindi ba tayo magtataka na saan napupunta, saan galing yung pera binabayad dyan?
Precisely, Your Honor. We would like to get a closer coordination with the Bureau of Customs because we come to know about this only after the fact. For example, this importation of 60 point, as
Well, sir, you're in the finance team. Kung sama niyo si Senator si Secretary Dominguez, and happy birthday to him the other day. He's my, we were in the dorm together. Good man. But I would tell him, I'm sure you would tell him na kailangan magkaroon kayo ng coordination.
Yes, Your Honor. Absolutely.
Ganyan kalalaki ang pera lumalabas sa isang tao pa lamang. Ang dami-daming player. Sinabi na ni Senator Lacson, ang dami-daming player.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
if I may, I think there's a unit in the Bureau of Customs, and siguro si Attorney Alcaraz can help me out on this. Meron yung post-audit. What's the particular name of that unit, of that outfit? Post-audit entry.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Good morning.
The unit is the post-entry audit group.
Post-entry audit. Ito yung nagko-coordinate sa BIR kasi chinecheck kung yung lumabas sa customs, nagbayad ng tamang VAT at saka kung saan napuntahan, di ba?
Yes, yes.
That is correct, Mr. Chairman.
So, with a closer coordination between the Bureau of Customs and the BIR through the post-entry audit, mahagip nyo ito yung mga importation na hindi dapat nakaka-capture. Correct po ba yan, Attorney?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. That's correct.
The BIR? Talaga naman meron ganun eh.
We just
Kaya nagtataka ako sa inyo, hindi siya sabi, talaga meron ganun.
we get information from them through exchange of information with that office, and we are processing this for future enforcement din ng BIR.
Depcom Gambala, who is in charge of the post-entry audit now?
Actually, sir, it was already transferred to the Department of Finance, I think 2 years ago, sir. So it was taken away from the Bureau of Customs, sir.
2 years ago.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, sir. I think it was during the time of Secretary Purisima, sir, I think.
Secretary Purisima.
Understand, before si Attorney Ligon yung in charge ng post-entry audit, di ba? So after Attorney Ligon, wala nang pumalit sa kanya sa Bureau of Customs?
No more, sir, because it was already transferred at BOF, sir.
Ay.
Would you say, and I'll ask this question of Senator Ping, as well as you, na napaka-powerful ng tao yun?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, in the new law, the CMTA, it was stated therein that the post-entry audit should be under the Bureau of Customs, sir.
Dahil malalaman niya talaga kung magkano perang...
Yes, sir.
So dapat...
Especially those who are not undergone inspection, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, we will take note of that. I believe we have Attorney Nage. Somebody gave me a note here. Is Attorney Nage here? You know, I've been receiving complaints from other people, especially from the Customs Brokers Association. And I thought that somebody should come here. You are a professor of, before you speak up, you want to speak up here right now?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. We were invited even previously, Your Honor, but we never been asked questions. So,
I'm sorry, that's because ang dami talagang tinatanong. Pasensya na ho kayo.
And for the information of the body, I've already took my oath last time.
All right, thank you. Attorney Nagy, you're the president of the Chamber of Customs Brokers Incorporated, and that's why we invited you. Because naintindihan niyo yung procedures na nangyari. Ano masasabi niyo sa nangyari dito?
Your Honor, for the information of the of this committee and the chairman.
Where do you teach? Anong tuturo?
No, Your Honor, as a background, I'm the president of the Chamber of Customs Brokers Incorporated. The Chamber of Customs Brokers Incorporated is the accredited professional organization of customs brokers. So, Your Honor, all licensed customs brokers automatically, if you are given a license with the Professional Regulation Commission, you are a member of the Professional Regulation Commission. So, I myself, being a customs broker, I am a member. And now, our association, I am the president. So, regarding the matter, Your Honor, this is not really the doing of the legitimate customs brokers. As I've said, as we related before, although one of the parties involved is our member, Mr. TJ Marceliana, but the one doing all of these things are not really customs brokers, but only capitalists, players, fixers, as to what they said, Your Honor.
And you know that this has been happening widespread, flagrantly.
We cannot deny that, Your Honor, because that's been part of the system of the Bureau of Customs. That's why
For
there is
how many years? Many years.
many years already, Your Honor.
Many.
Yes.
I'm trying to solve the problem. That's why we're trying to solve it. Go ahead.
That's why, Your Honor, we would like to take this opportunity to really ask the Bureau of Customs to deal directly and only to the professional customs brokers, because we are the ones given by the law, by Republic Act 9280, to transact business, professional business
But they did.
with the Bureau of Customs.
TJ Marceliana is one of your brokers.
Exactly, Your Honor, but the one behind it is not.
And how is Customs supposed to find out? Can you tell us?
Your Honor, you know, that's been in the system. Anybody, any Tom, Dick, and Harry can
I'm a dick.
transact.
I'm not involved in Customs.
Yes, of course, Your Honor. Anybody, you know, can deal with the Bureau of Customs, but the main or the principal requirement or the prior requirement is that there must be a licensed customs broker's filing or lodging an entry. So the moment there is already a customs broker who lodges an entry, then that's it. Anybody can talk to customs. Anybody can coordinate the clearance, the release. Not necessarily only the licensed customs brokers. But the requirement is that in order for you to lodge an entry or file or register an entry to release, to facilitate the legal release of the shipping, you need a licensed customs broker. That's why one of our members, Mr. TJ Marceliana, was in the system.
I'm aware that you're licensed and that is needed. If that is the case, how can we stop these fixers from proliferating?
Mr. Chairman, I have an offered solution. Wilkins, mag-issue kayo ng ID na kasi laki ng dibdib, licensed customs broker. All others should not be allowed to enter the customs premises.
I was about to say that.
By the way, attorney, that was my bill.
Target?
Yung customs broker, di ba? That was my bill.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, Senator Lacson
Commercial
was
lang yun,
one of the
Mr. Chair.
authors of the
Commercial
bill.
is valid. Walang bayad. Go ahead.
So, yes, I think the Bureau of Customs just strictly implement it, that only licensed or customs brokers should deal directly with them, and
Would it
only...
be possible to have uniforms for legitimate customs brokers and nobody should be allowed there? An aircraft carrier, they have color-coded uniforms. People handling firearms or, bombs, I think they're colored purple, if I'm not mistaken. Tama ba?
Yes, sir. I adhere to that suggestion, sir, that we should have a stricter rules in terms of people entering the
So hindi
customs.
makakapasok kung may mga uniforme. Kung broker ka, ang uniforme mo, kulay blue ba? For 1,000 pesos? Or kulay dilaw for 500? ID.
Malaking ID na i-issue nyo lang sa licensed customs brokers. All others should not be allowed to enter the customs premises.
I'm
I think
trying.
that's a sound solution.
Yes, sir.
So,
Pero paano yung iba? Sabihin nila, we have the right to go in there. I'm a lawyer.
hanggang gate lang sila.
Yes, sir, but I think
I
that's
have a solution.
Yes, sir.
Dapat meron kayong gate for those who have complaints in any office. I did that in Olongo Forest, SBMA. Pag may complaint ka, hindi ka pwedeng pumasok doon sa assessor, hindi ka pwedeng pumasok doon sa sa kakausapin mo para mag-cash sunduan. Meron lang, public relations officer doon, I have a complaint, fill up your complaint, lalakad yung papel, mag-isa, hindi kailangan lagyan ng pampadulas. Pwede kaya yan, Mr. Gambala?
Yes, sir.
There's a separate booth for everybody who wants to deal with customs. Hindi pa papasukin. Kung papasok yun, dapat nakalag, malaking tag para makapasok, para at malalaman kung sino pinuntahan yan. Okay sa iyo yun, Ferdy? Attorney Nagy?
Yes, Your Honor. The suggestion of the chair a while ago that maybe customs brokers or all our customs representatives, because, Your Honor, we have customs representatives or customs brokers representatives who are facilitating from one or clearing or doing all the administrative or step-by-step procedure from one customs officer to another.
I'm trying to facilitate this because I'd like to listen to the
So how can you minimize or even eliminate human intervention? Baka pwedeng para sa Singapore, di ba? Wala na. Babayad ka na lang sa bangko, pwedeng online nga lahat eh.
Your Honor, that is correct. I think that is timely because we have now the Customs Modernization Tariff Act. I think that is the objective, sir, to really computerize, automate everything. No more face-to-face.
All transactions are computerized.
Yes,
from the
Your Honor.
lodgement all the way hanggang sa release. Of course,
yes, Your Honor.
Na yun. Pero lahat ng walang intervention ng ang human beings doon sa transaction phase, di ba? Ang human intervention na lang, yung pagka yung driver na lang ng lorry, di ba?
Yung i-clear na lang po.
Hindi pa rin ng 200 pesos sa gate yun.
Okay. Araw sa subig eh. Meron magnanakaw sa subig lahat. Di ba dumarating yung kargamento ng Amerikano, nananakaw niya na eh. Nililipat nila. Sabi niya, habang tao na andyan, pag-aso na, hindi ko na mababayaran yan. Pero pag tao, kaya kong kausapin. Is that the problem?
Yes, it has been proven in the past, Your Honor, that because of face-to-face or human intervention, doon na po nangyayari yung kalokohan. So, the objective really of the automation or the Customs Modernization and Tariff Act is to eliminate all of this manual processing, or face-to-face transaction.
All right, just a moment. I just want to be cordial and courteous to our people, our guests here. Secretary Aguirre, unless you have any more questions with Secretary Aguirre, you may go, sir. And thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much,
Kindly
Mr. Chair.
submit.
Thank you very much, Senator Pino.
Kindly submit po yung affidavit niyo, kung maaari this afternoon.
Gagawin po agad pag dating ko sa office.
Maraming salamat po. And Commissioner, thank you very much for coming. I don't have any more questions. I just want to ask you to submit your suggestions to us on how you can better raise the taxation and capability, because kawawa naman yung tao, kayo rin ang maniningil eh. Magdadagdag kami ng buwis, pero kung makukuha natin sa customs at saka sa VAT dyan, malaking bagay, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. And I also I got the calling card of Mr. Attorney Inage. I'd like to sit down with him, especially on the matter of broker's certification, so that we can coordinate how to improve.
Sandali lang ba? I'll send somebody, a representative here. I may have other resource questioning lang sa inyo later on. I'll let you go already para di na kayo makabala. Ano po?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank
Papakuha
you.
ko lang ko yung telepono nyo para matawagan ko kayo kung sakasakali. Bibigyan ko rin yung number ko.
Certainly.
Thank you for coming. I just need to confirm that. Kasi we know that there's an office in Customs na tinatapatan ng BIR yan. Para malaman natin kung ano nangyayari. Ano po?
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll come out with our position.
Thank you, boss. With the request also to the Department of Justice, pakibilisan nyo lang. And please submit also a way upon which you can stop these judges from delaying the case. Dapat yung law isundin in 2472-24.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then that can be the basis of a letter by the Blue Ribbon Committee to the Chief Justice.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. There is a request because we have liquidity problems. I will also have to go where Senator Lacson is going, not because he's my type.
Permission to leave, Your Honor.
Please go ahead. Thank you. Attorney Nagi, mamaya ako na kayo tatapusin, ano? Please stay put lang, sandali lang kami. Ano po? Session is suspended for a few minutes.